Everybody wants this SpaceX IPO, and we're only a few days away. This is exactly why I'm worried, because some of the biggest investors make the biggest mistakes during these type of times. And I'm gonna get into it, but what most investors won't understand is that the biggest money from SpaceX IPO may not come from SpaceX itself. May come from the companies that's connected to SpaceX. Now, I did a couple of videos on this one, but in this video, I'm gonna break down what's happening right now, what is called the SpaceX roadshow, why Wall Street is getting everybody excited, why I'm not rushing into that IPO. I'm gonna break down the ETF that gives you the most exposure, and I'm gonna talk about a small company that I think will be explosive, but it is speculative, but I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. So before we get into that, it's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Make sure you like, subscribe. Let's get this video to 2,000 likes. Help us work the algorithm. Let's go. Before we get there, you need to understand what's happening right now, behind the scenes right now, because this is where the opportunity really aligns. So let's talk about the SpaceX roadshow first, in case you don't know what that is. Right? So most people hear the word and have no idea what it means. Think of the roadshow like Wall Street's preview night. Right? So before IPO, SpaceX executives travel around the world. They meet hedge funds, they meet pension funds, they meet retirement funds, they meet family offices, and they meet billion-dollar asset managers. Why? Because they're building up the demand. They're pitching the story, right? They're showing investors why they should buy SpaceX. This is what the institutions tell the underwriters: I want to buy this many shares, I want to buy this many shares, I want to buy this many shares. The bigger demand, the stronger the bid. The stronger the bid, the stronger the price. And this is how price moves before an IPO. Once they build up that demand, they know they can go at this price. And this is how Wall Street builds excitement before the stock hits the trading floor. And right now, SpaceX is doing exactly that. They're selling the future. They're selling Starlink, they're selling AI, they're selling defense, they're selling national security, they're selling communications, they're selling moon missions, they're selling Mars. They're selling it all. And they actually came out and said, yo, we don't need a price war. We're going to go out at 135, which is what they are saying the stock is going to IPO at. And Wall Street loves a future story. Now, let's be honest. SpaceX isn't just another company. It's a company that's changing aerospace. We talked about that before. So before SpaceX, rockets were expensive and they were kind of government controlled. They were inefficient. And then Elon changed everything with the reusable rockets. We talked about that before. But the lower cost to launch is what made it attractive. And then they had higher launch frequency, global satellite internet, they had government contracts, defensive contracts, and then Blue Origin just keeps on blowing up. So he's about 10 years ahead of everybody else. And now investors see something bigger. Most people think rockets. Wall Street sees space infrastructure. Starlink alone is changing communications. AI infrastructure is growing, defensive budgets are growing, and satellite demand is growing as well. And this is why investors are excited, because they believe the company could become the most important infrastructure company in the world. Now just wait up before I get to the stocks, because I need you to understand how this IPO is happening. Then we have companies like Goldman Sachs helping bring this deal to the market. They are the biggest underwriter on the deal. And Goldman talks about the potential in the AI opportunity with the company, saying SpaceX IPO could grow 100 times by 2030. Now, that's tomorrow's story. That's exactly what happened with so many other companies. People weren't paying for the current earnings, they were paying for the future dominance. And that's what happens with an IPO. You sell the future story. Now investors are looking at SpaceX asking, what can this company become? That's what creates demand. That's what creates hype. And that's what pushes bids higher. Now, I know what y'all gonna ask me. Trap, are you buying the IPO? And I'll be honest with you, I'm not buying a SpaceX IPO. Later on, I will buy the SpaceX company, but not off the IPO. And here's why, and this is important, because great companies don't always make great investments at IPO. Price matters, valuations matters, expectations matter. Now you gotta think about this. The S&P denied SpaceX the ability to get in this fast entry. But the NASDAQ will, after 15 trading days, it can get into NASDAQ. So now a lot of these ETFs going to get that. Demand is massive, supply is limited because they only have about 555 million shares. This is going to create a frenzy. And that frenzy creates bad decisions. And I've seen it before where people get emotional and people chase and people ignore valuation. And so what happens is now these investors inside, now these hedge funds and all these people getting in, everybody else gets to sell. Stocks goes from 135 to probably 160, 170. And then at some point it comes back down to about 100. That's what I'm looking to buy. But if you want to get real good access to the SpaceX, you can buy this ETF NASA because they'll have 6% exposure to the SpaceX ETF. Now think about how institutions invest. They don't always buy one stock, they buy the whole ecosystem. And so these ETF owns the entire story. Rocket Labs, Planet Labs, EchoStar, and 6.1% of it is going to be SpaceX. So instead of SpaceX must win, with the ETF, you're simply saying, if the space economy grows, then I win. And that's a different mindset and often a less stressful one. Now, the company I think will benefit the most is Rocket Labs. Now, this is not the one I want to talk about. I got one more stock I want to talk about, but Rocket Labs, I feel like it's going to win because Wall Street loves competition. And most people think Rocket Lab is a rocket company, but they're wrong because Rocket Lab is becoming a space infrastructure company. That's right. They launch rockets, they build satellites, they build solar panels, they build spacecraft components, and they build mission systems. Now, think about this one. Every satellite needs components, and every mission needs systems, and every launch needs infrastructure. Well, Rocket Lab doesn't need to beat SpaceX. They simply need the space economy to grow. Think NVIDIA, think AMD. Think McDonald's, think Burger King. I don't know, think Popeyes, think KFC. So if SpaceX creates excitement around the world, then Rocket Labs could be the first name that other people deviate to. And this is why I like them. Now, this is the company I really want to talk to you about. It's a speculative play, and you got to do your own research, but let's talk about it. But it is risky. It's a company called Momentus, ticker symbol MNTS. This is really, really speculative, but the stock was at about $6. At about Labor Day, Memorial Day, it's about $14. And the business is kind of fascinating to me. Most investors understand rockets. They don't understand what happens after the launch. And Momentus helps move satellites after they reach orbit. They like a tow truck company for satellites. The Viganor system is the tow truck. The rocket gets you to orbit, which they usually use a SpaceX, and then Momentus gets you exactly where you need to go at in orbit. And if the space economy grows, then orbital logistics becomes a real business. And that's what I think about Momentus. Everybody wants SpaceX. And honestly, I understand why. I want SpaceX. This is a great company. And it's a great CEO, and it's going to be a historic company, a transformational company. But investing isn't about chasing headlines. It's about identifying opportunity. The crowd wants the rocket. I'm looking at the ecosystem around the rocket. Think about it. NVIDIA is the big dog, but memory is kicking ass. So Rocket Labs, Planet Labs, that ETFs, you have Momentus. These are the companies that are going to go crazy because history shows us something. The biggest winners from a revolution aren't always the companies leading it. Sometimes they're the companies helping build it. And if SpaceX IPO becomes one of the biggest market events in a decade, capital won't just flow into SpaceX. It may flow into the entire space economy. The question is, will you chase the headline or position yourself around the ecosystem before everybody else sees it? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. I hope this video helped you out and shut us with somebody. At the end of the day, Wall Street looks like us now. Salute.